Let's make it a good day. We do it our own way. Let's make it a good day. Oh, no matter what they say. Oh, yeah, yeah.
You can't help but have a good day when you hear this.
It's so cute.
It just clicks in the brain and goes from there. Well, our next guest has become a very, very popular guy recently, thanks to all of those who travel out there.
Yeah, if you're one of the many travelers who's been stranded or experienced delays, so like anyone who's traveled lately, yeah, know your rights. You really need to. Welcome back to the show, our expert, the Thrifty Traveler, Jared. Hey, I bet you've been getting so many calls lately.
I have been extraordinarily popular.
I bet. I mean, so you know this, and everybody at home that maybe doesn't watch, I follow traffic in the morning. Lately, when it's not snowing, it's really slow. So we've been watching the airports and talking about this. People are getting bumped off flights left and right. Things are getting canceled. You're waiting for 5 hours at the airport. There's a lot to this. I mean, first up, I want to talk about the getting bumped off your flights thing, because when that happens, what can you do about that?
Yeah, so there's a lot of confusion around. I know there's been like a viral TikTok that maybe some of you guys have seen, where you talk about the difference between getting bumped from a flight, from an oversold flight, and that's kind of what happens when you hear, they're taking volunteers and they're offering money for you to take a different flight. That's what's kind of the concept of being bumped, which doesn't happen very often. But that's one of the few times, in the United States where you actually are due compensation. If you're unable to take your flight. And this is entirely different from the whole concept of a delayed or canceled flight, where, you really only do a refund. So it's really confusing.
And Jared, you look at ticket prices over the holidays, they seem to be extremely high, and the price would go up and up and up as you would reach holidays like Christmas, like New Year's Day. So I think the bottom line, what people want to know, because they're spending so much money, when are you actually owed a payback from the airlines?
Yeah. So for the most part, if you have a significant delay, which is 2 hours or more for most airlines, you are eligible for a refund. And if your flight is canceled, you're definitely due a refund. But the big thing that people need to know is you need to know your own rights, because a lot of times the airlines are going to try to give you a voucher for future use on that airline. But you need to tell them, I know my rights and I want a refund because the flight's been canceled.
Okay, that's good to know. And if you say that to someone, if you actually get on the phone with them, is that probably the best way, is to actually communicate mano a mano to somebody?
Yeah, and it's not easy to get a hold of the airlines. It's, you can expect some waits. We do have, if you go to thriftytraveler.com, you type in Delta, there's a secret number that you can call that we have listed on our website. That'll get you through usually in around 30 minutes, which is a lot better than like an hour or two. So we don't have secret numbers for all the airlines, but Delta's, that's kind of one of the secret silver bullets right now to getting through.
So Jerry, you're clearly an expert, but what are some of the rookie mistakes that people make who are trying to rectify a problem with an airline right now?
Yeah, so one of the big things, let's say that your flight is delayed or canceled and you're waiting to call in, make sure and you've looked on Google Flights, what are the next flights on your airline that you could possibly take? Because if you can feed that information directly to the agent once you get them on the line, that's going to make things go so much faster. And you definitely want to have, your app, let's say you're flying Delta or Sun Country or whoever, you want to make sure that you have all the tools at your disposal and you're not just calling in and expecting them to take care of everything for you.
Right. Have everything kind of in front of you and ready to all the paperwork
help
is filled
them
out.
help you.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, because we have you here, we'd be remiss not to ask you, are there some deals right now people are wanting to fly?
So there are some crazy deals, which probably isn't too surprising given what's going on in the world right now. So from MSP, you can fly to Cancun for under $200, nonstop round trip on Delta through the end of February. These are all through the end of February. And again, they're bookable through Google Flights. You can go to thriftytraveler.com. Phoenix, $97. Vegas, $97. Miami and Orlando, $107. So a lot of times these are Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday departures and returns through February, but some amazing deals to be had. And, the airlines are a little concerned about, getting people's butts in seats right now. So that's why we're seeing these amazing sales. And I got one last one for you. It's one of the best deals that I've seen in probably the last year. Minneapolis to the Hawaiian Islands of Maui, Kona, and Kauai for $357 through the end of February.
Are you kidding
Normally
me?
that's like $700. It's been on sale for 48 hours right now. Don't expect it to be on sale for much longer. So definitely hop on, Google Flights and start searching.
What? Oh, I want to go. Man, Jared,
Especially now that it's like below zero outside.
Tell me this. I just booked a different trip. Why are you gonna come on here now today? Oh,
hey, I ran
man.
the snowblower this morning. If there's anybody that wants to go on a trip, it's definitely me.
Okay, cool.
I was outside with the shovel and I'm like, you know what? I wish this was sand right now.
Yeah, we just heard, by the way, Ted just told us the entire control room actually just left. They are all going online right now to book this flight to Hawaii. Jared, thank you so much. We really appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
For all the latest in travel deals and news, head over, of course, to thriftytraveler.com.
Hawaii sounds incredible right now.
Oh my gosh,
My goodness.
in a month. Please, Lord, help us. We'll be right back. Oh my gosh, though, like, for real?
Yeah.
Salsa, too, like, not someone else. And I won't